I think the origin of us using Mistika here at Bad Robot in the building came with Star Trek Into Darkness. We were doing the J.J.'s second Star Trek movie, and that was the first stereo film, stereo 3D film that J.J. had done. The first one we had done here, sort of with our, this building as the mothership for that film. And we needed to find a way to be able to review stereo 3D. And so we looked at a bunch of tools out there and very quickly realized that we were going to need something that could be customized. We were going to need something that had a certain flexibility because we weren't entirely sure if it was just review we would need, or ultimately would it grow into having to work with the material, make changes. When we're sitting in reviews with JJ, he'll look at content, he'll review, give notes, but quite often he'll ask to just make changes on the fly. And anybody who's worked with stereo 3D material knows that that's sort of crucial to being able to effectively review the material. You have to be able to change interocular, you have to be able to change convergence, or you have to be able to fix stereo defects, and part of that is having the right people. Huge part of that is having the right people, the correct operator or artist or colorist or whatever it is. But hand in hand with that is having the right platform. The original point that I was sold on when it came to choosing which platform we were going to acquire and use in the building was the interaction with the software development team that was available with SGO and with Mistika. The idea of contacting the folks in Spain on a regular basis and saying, we're trying to do this. Can you write a tool for us to do this? And then a week later, getting a version of that tool is incredible. I mean, it's sort of unprecedented, at least for me, unless you had a software development team in the basement, which we don't. I can't imagine having that kind of interaction and having a perk like that available to you. And the real world implementation of those fixes is huge for us. On Star Trek, we needed a very particular tool in order to apply per shot lookup tables with our dailies color grade to our visual effects shots. And it required a sort of auto conform and auto assemble of all of these LUTs to the shots on a continuous basis as we get newer versions, and this meant hundreds and hundreds of LUTs. And Mistika wasn't set up originally to do that, but once we got the guys on the phone, said, hey, this is what we need to do, they said, okay, well, just give us a few days, we'll try something. And within a few days, we had sort of a first working version, and then over the period of the next couple of months, we worked with them to refine it, and it was pretty incredible. And for us, it ultimately worked as the exact tool we needed. And I just can't imagine, not just in a finishing platform, but any post-production software working that way. If we could do that, if we could call up, any of our other software providers and say, hey, here's a great tool, can you have it to me next week? They'd probably laugh at me, and we'd have a good joke and never hear from them again. But this is a pretty cool advantage of being partners with someone like SGO.